In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to track your calories the easy way. Hi, I'm Disciplined Dave, where I put the technique in your physique. If you're new to the channel, this channel is about all things fitness on how to gain muscle and lose body fat. Now, in order to get down to the nitty-gritty of the fine details, you will need to track your calories at some point. Now, if you're a beginner here and you're just starting out, I have a great video called What to Eat that's going to show you all the different levels of where you need to go as far as nutrition. Now, if you're one of those people that works out very hard and you're looking to really gain muscle, show that six-pack, you're going to need to track calories. So this video, I'm going to show you the easy way on how to do that. I've tried many different methods, and this right here is the best that I've found. Now, one of the most common questions I get on my workout videos is that how many calories should I be consuming a day? Well, it's not a one size fits all. The thing is that there is no biological fairness. So you need to really find out what you're eating a day and how to maximize your nutrition to build muscle and lose body fat. Now, I spent many years with trial and error, ignoring tracking calories. And until I started doing that and seeing exactly what I put in my body and maximizing my macros for my nutrition, my body made a huge leap in changing to get the physique that I wanted. Now, the great news is all you need is a smartphone. I have some other optional things that you can use also, but a smartphone is really all you need, but the other things will make it even easier. So the best thing is, if you want to know exactly how many calories I should be consuming a day, the first step is you just need to track it, because you need to figure out what is your maintenance level. Where are you at today? And the easiest way to figure that out is, with my experience, is using an app called Myfitnesspal. I am not sponsored by Myfitnesspal. They are not paying me to do this. It's just something that I use, that I've learned, that has been the greatest tool when it comes to tracking your calories. Wow, technology is great. Well, in this case. So the thing about what I love about Myfitnesspal, it already has a lot of things that you're probably eating already loaded into the app. You can scan barcodes and it will load the calories and the macros of the nutrition right into the app. When you download the app is free. They do have a premium service that they offer, but be honest with you, I've only used a free one and I've seen great results doing that. With that said, it makes everything easy. You can actually just go on the app and there's a part where you're gonna see where you can load all your meals in the day. So you're gonna go ahead and you can just scan it and it will load those calories right in. So for now, all I want you to do is just track it. See what you're doing, because knowing is half the battle. Now, you can also connect your smartphone when it comes to tracking your steps, your exercises right into there, so it can adjust how many calories you're burning. Now let's get to how we can get our results. The main thing, no matter what diet you're on, whether you're using intermittent fasting, you're using keto, any type of diet you're on, the one rule that always remains the same, no matter how much the fads change, is that you want to make sure that you're at a calorie deficit at the end of the day. So this is a great way that's going to show you how to do that. Now, with it connecting to your smartphone, in the settings, it's really going to show you what you're burning in a day, and then you can see what you're eating. And that way you can make sure you're in that calorie deficit. There's some other devices too that connect with it. So that way you can see what calories you're burning when you're doing your workouts. And I have plenty of workouts that you can follow right here to make sure that you're in that calorie deficit. And the great news is, if you're new to the channel, they're all home workouts. Anybody can do this. Now, continuing on. Now you're scanning everything on your barcodes. You're seeing what you're burning, but there's sometimes, well, it actually wouldn't be sometimes. Most of the time, you're gonna be eating whole food. And a lot of times, they won't have a barcode. Or there's gonna be meals that don't have a barcode. And you're saying, how do I track those? So the great thing about that is, this is the other optional item that I recommend. you want to get some type of food scale. This is the scale that I use. You don't have to use this scale. Any food scale will work, but if you want this one, I have a link in the description if you want to purchase that type of scale. You'll be able to measure things like a chicken breast, or if you want to have a nice lean burger, you'll be able to weigh those things. And so that way you can implement how many ounces they are, and you can get the exact calories, and it will put in those macros for you. Now you may be thinking, David, this seems overwhelming. Here's the good news about it. If you start really honing in, commit to a month of tracking your calories, you're actually going to start to tell how many calories are in things just by looking at them, because you'll see you have a pattern in your diet, and you'll be able to see exactly what you're burning all the time by using the app, and you'll be able to kind of eyeball a lot of things there. But for now, if you don't know, if you've never done it before, just commit to doing it for about a month. So now you've tracked your calories, you've connected, you see how much you're burning, and this is what most people do. Oh, I'm gonna be about 1,000 calories under what I do a day. Well, it doesn't exactly work that way. You need to do it in small increments. And so once you track your calories, you know how much you're burning, you're at your deficit, you don't wanna go so hard right in the beginning when it comes to diet. Go hard in the gym, but in the diet, it needs to be a gradual process in order to eliminate that body fat. Because if you do too much at once, then your body's gonna go into a shock mode, and it's gonna hold on to body fat because it thinks it's not getting anymore. So you have to do it as a gradual process. So what I recommend is you wanna drop between 200 to 400 calories per week in a slow increment. And that way, that body fat can shed on off as you're doing your workouts. A great thing about the app too is that you can track your weight, and you can put photos to it so you can actually see your progression. That's one of the things I really like about it. You can share with others or keep it to yourself. But once you get that physique you want, you're probably gonna wanna share it with others there. The next thing is track everything. One of the mistakes that most people make is that if they're eating bad food, they don't track it. They wanna make sure that they're only putting good food in there. You're only hurting yourself. I put in, when I have cake in there, yes, I do eat cake, but I make sure I put it in there. And I was surprised to see, I shop at Kroger, and for you people there in the South, you know what Kroger is. I don't think it is everywhere, but I love double chocolate cake. And I have what I call a earned meal. So if I get all my workouts done during the week, I make sure that I give myself a little treat of an earned meal. I don't do a cheat day, because if I do a cheat day, I'm gonna go crazy. So I do an earned meal. And I was surprised to see when I typed it in, it was available there. So that way, you can make sure that you're really tracking those calories. The one thing that I love about the Myfitnesspal, and I'm sure there's other apps that do it, the database is huge. It's been around for a long time. I've been using it for 10 plus years, and it's been great to me. It really has improved over time to make it easier and easier. So if you're a person who tried it before and went off on it, I highly recommend that you go ahead and try it again. So now we're at the level where we've tracked our calories. I'm in the calorie deficit. Now you're saying to yourself, what's next, Dave? The next thing is it has a great portion at the bottom that shows you nutrition. Here you can really look into your macros. You can put your levels of how much protein you're consuming, carbohydrates. It takes in the fact of sugars and all that there. With that way, you can really track your macros. And you're talking about macros, those are your macronutrition. And with that, you kind of learn over time that all calories are not the same, because you can still be in a calorie deficit and eat a lot of cake. But the thing is, you're not getting the nutrition you need to build muscle. So you wanna make sure that you wanna go to that next level of seeing exactly what you're doing. What I find in my experience is a lot of people that make it hard to gain muscle is that they're not consuming enough protein. So you wanna take a look and see how much protein you're consuming, and you wanna go ahead and up that a little bit. So that way you can make sure you maximize those workouts. Also, if you're feeling a little lethargic, you wanna go ahead and up your percentage of carbohydrates. That's right, carbs are not bad. There's a big misconception that carbs are bad. If you are watching this channel and you're a person who really is following the workouts and stuff like that, you definitely want to consume some carbohydrates, because you're going to need that energy to fuel your workout. It will not stop you from dropping body fat. You want to make sure that you do consume carbs. You don't want to eliminate it completely. You can taper down a little bit if you start to see that you're gaining a little body fat there, but you don't want to completely eliminate carbs. You're going to need those carbs. Now, if you're watching this video here and you want to look at some examples, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Disciplined Dave, because I put on there a lot of things that I put in the MyFitnessPal, so you can see I have the good, the bad, and the ugly. That way you can see that you don't have to get a great physique by eating salads all day and chicken breast. You'll see that I do have my times where I splurge a bit, but I make sure that 90% of my meals have great nutrition, because nutrition is going to be the key to really get that six pack or really develop and build muscle. Now, after you've tracked all those calories, you got your notes down, you've downloaded the app, now it's time to work out. I have some videos right here. Make sure you watch those next so you can know exactly how to burn that body fat and build muscle.